gotta put in that work, dog. I put the king first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's right. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chat, we build fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Sit down on my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time, I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she bought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the
Superstar.
plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, and all to get it from my ears low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they know my cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't falling figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack. Read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it. That's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it? Treat it like a love. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm the. I'm betting on myself. Count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sing my shit like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the good like a Maserati, overfolding like origami? What? I want to walk. I talk the talk. I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how this happened, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if we getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like I'm mean to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the cookies like hated the love it, I just can't get it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Stay down.
As they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Stay down.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. After the sack on first down, Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. They'll get it inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, it's very early here, but maybe circle that one for later. A third and long conversion, Charles, and that sets them up first and goal.
And how about the way they got it done? You just mentioned third and long. I'm looking at it from the defense's perspective. They had the advantage. That's what you want to put an offense in, and they let them slip away. Now, if you're the offensive guys, love what you just got done there.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Okay.
In motion right is Robinson. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion right is Robinson. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Dre. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
In motion right is Robinson. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Well, paramount for the Broncos defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Edwards. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
Stay.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Dancing to his left. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Now they send a man in motion right. Cook following the penalty. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense when they continue to score on offense?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there and second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll run. It's Drake. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense.
Man, he ran right past y'all.
Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to
all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 50 yards. And the Bills use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
They're gonna look like chumps.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you are so excited with a 4th down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Stay down there.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Allen going to go on 4th down. Going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. To the right side, this is Edwards. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL. That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
2nd and 6.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Line of scrimmage, they're 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think we're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.